Did I die a little bit? Amnesia. Because I had already typed on Facebook and said it through YouTube. Yeah, I could have been married a long time ago. And I'm not. What does that even mean? Vandalism? I don't get it. What was it? So there's like that boy that I got raped with decades ago. They're supposed to, I was supposed to take him to the library in Salt Lake City while I was procreating with the girl. Back then my husband was this little, having dinner with my baby daddy and I, maybe not. And when I was living with a girl, because I'm a victim of theft, and I didn't understand if Edgar had the funds for me to pursue that too, because I had no cash on hand due to the abuse towards me. I suffer from amnesia because I don't have cash with me ever, rarely. So to me, having cash on hand equals independence and separation of relationships. So he could have been acting as a main bitch, like just bring the boy over and get what you need. But that doesn't resonate with me if I don't have some sort of stability of knowing who the fuck I was living with. Like, I kept wanting to be naked all the time. That's why a lot from my storage didn't get taken out, and I didn't show a lot online of what did I wear, because not only I like to be naked in my own home, I met my baby daddy when I was little, 2 years old, 3 years old, is when he and I agreed to have babies, and I was naked possibly a lot of times around him. So possibly, naturally, my mind would go there. After I had kids with Edgar, I didn't remember that he and I planned to have babies years prior, that I just didn't meet him in high school. And why was he so patient with me? What else? I'm seeking the death penalty for everyone that stays in my homes without my permission, steals my vehicles, gets in the way of me receiving money. I miss Aiden and I miss King Lonnie. What else? Well, is that from a puppy or some people like literally take a shit on this road? What else? What else? It could have been food or bananas. Sometimes bananas. What else? Anyways, back to the first thing. That's it. So is it a standing? Is it no longer interested? Is it just there to try to make me suffer? Anyways, I almost died yesterday. What else? They're cute though. But I've heard that about terrorism, that they try to keep one awake and alive to later on like stab one or get the satisfaction of killing one privately. So I have to commend him, or if he's reading my body language, bringing me back to life so I can cry. But he could be paid for that. It could be CPS. It could be therapy. What else? And the other gentleman not letting me sleep out in the phone. So my heart would stop though. It wouldn't. It was like 60 something degrees now. What else? What else? What else? Forget it. I'm not suicidal, but I don't want to have to deal with this. I want to make plans for my day right now. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I want to stay at a hotel by myself today. Who's gifting me money? You can give me money in person through PayPal. It's AR Blue Sky Designs. Go and look at it and sun. Go straight to my heart. Arlene Lorenzo Art Shop. INTAYIAFAY entire shop. My GoFundMe campaign is gofundme.com/f/Arlene Lorenzo Acevedo. What else? Odd color combo-ish. I'm enjoying doing this. Better for being broke. I'm no illegal prostitute, and I didn't grow up wearing just couture, so it's easy for me to step into different price points. Some girls, if they were born with couture, they get excited when they get somewhat lesser price brands, or some can't truly deal with it. What else? 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 Oh, my favorite strippers at Haven for Hope. So thankful to that also brings me to life. Hopefully they're being compensated really well. What else? I got to pick them based on their relatives. No, if somewhere where they were very little and they got dressed, they could be there because they want to. Pero it's fashion show going on while I'm going on with the testifying. Porque I don't want to live like this with no dollars. And it also is a good barrier, so it attracts people too, possibly. It's like, who is there? Like, he may have his own following of people, or people say, no, well, he's doing that too. To some people, it's a turn off. It's like, if that's what he's spending his time on right now, we're not gonna like show up. Some people ask, are you available tonight? To not take away from their hours of parading themselves. Oh, so they need to distract. Oh, it's some men. And the preference is there. When the relatives are really pretty, they could be in the family thing too. It could just be random. What else? And these visuals, no, these visuals. What else? What else? What else? I miss my mommy. I miss my daddy. I miss Jaden. I miss my mommy. These shoes are so comfortable. I was gifted these socks yesterday. I know so. What else? And I need to get my breast checked. There's like some sort of indentation, discoloration to me. It could be nothing. I have to get a wellness woman checkup anyway, so this is like a good time to do it. What else? What else? What else? What else? I just don't want to do it like today may be a good day or tomorrow, but it's there's gonna be a few days off in between. So I may want to skip it at all this week and just show up on Monday or Tuesday. But I shouldn't put it off. I just need self-care and shave my chin hair. It's no shave November, but I had razors in my locker because they don't have any right now. I hate it for her. I stayed last night. Did I bring my umbrella? Anyways, if Fernandito is interested when I'm financially stable and healthy, if it's arranged, I'm fine with marrying Fernandito. What is his name? I don't know his name, but do I know it? Like, does it show in my body language like from years ago? Do I head over to Target? I'm like, shouldn't I be viewing so back then in 2005, 2004? Like, what is that guy's name? And I don't even remember having parents either when I'm at Target. Oh, speech impairment and amnesia. Possibly doesn't let me remember that my parents, that my parents funded Edgar so as in Kilani don't go without. So for most days, and that too, to run to refer them, I didn't even think my parents existed. Oh, Lord. It was cold yesterday. What else? Oh, shop at H&M today. What else? Thursday, I don't know. What is fubbing? That's hilarious. What else? Maybe you should wait and it gets better. Like, I always give it like a week, and it's sometimes takes longer to heal. It could be from the sports bras that I've been wearing. It could be nothing, literally. Or it could be that it got interior of it during all the stress that I've been going through. That happens if one is not financially secure at a homeless shelter, I've heard. That one lingers too much in the smoking area. It's very well ventilated, and I never stayed like right next to people that smoke. But some days that's like all the seats that were available. So I sat there. Let's do a bio wellness checkup. I could be shopping today. I could be on Tinder when I'm healthy and pretty. Subject aside, I don't have a husband, so me posting these conversations happen around the right people too. So I'm like, by the way, I always wanted to promote why you still won't naked. So if you've seen that image of me in a bathtub on Facebook, I think that's how I did it, like their last quarter, put them on top in sales according to the list index. And then I looked around, like, because I don't have a husband and I shouldn't have to worry. There's no one of your own group chats. being terrorized that I need to ask my husband for permission before those pictures could be out there. I have no one. I have no one. And those leeches that steal from me, let's just say that's my husband. They want to show me like what he did all of this time. They stalk him, no? Even if he's just Jaden's lookalike, that I won't want to bring that up to him ever. For if I end up having sex with him. It could be just Jaden's stand-in from years before Jaden was born. And I don't have to do that crying with like, my kids, I forgot about that. Which is still terrifying. If they're married to me, hopefully. For 15 minutes. Anyways, it feels like it's a much cooler prior to my relatives taking possession, putting you in close proximity to me, trying to blame you for my death. What else? I've heard that some victims last 5 years just as bad as my second cousins and the leeches that took them hostage. So they need some time instead of time apart. They need time apart from stalking me, and time apart from talking to the leech about me, trying to gauge if I'm a good person or not. And they needed time with me. But I won't identify those victims ever. I don't want them in my life. I don't do victims unite. If we had ever had something in common, I hope they found it. Is the speech through me just being there, reading, dancing, singing out loud to a song, eating a cookie in their presence, saying how much I love ice cream, or I love my parents. So hopefully, not my whole life, but that resonates with them into knowing that I'm not out there actively pursuing them like my relatives that steal and murder me. What else? I miss my balaclava. What else? I'm bored. I hope it won't be conditioned to the point where I can kill them myself with my hands and be happy. I don't want to get stuck. I hope someone does the killing for me in self-defense. What else? I want a cookie. Oh, I had a great day yesterday. In the morning, there was coffee cake with my breakfast. It was what? Cream of wheat with sugar in it. So good. Ironically, the only spot to sit at was next to my second cousin, so I jiggled my nalgas and I said, I'm going to sit there, and someone sat there next to him. Coincidence, maybe a stand-in, not too close, don't give the satisfaction or the wrong impression. So I stood where the people that are on wheelchairs sit at, bragging that I still have working legs, trying to get some out of wheelchairs if they can. So I stood there, and my buddy Mo stood next to me drinking his coffee later. So my mind, it was so cute, went into that's my second cousin. But if I had been my husband, my cookie would have been like in his mouth too, like, you want to try this? Oh, porque I got myself a coffee. Not from the dining home, but from the bubble. The taste is different. I was warned about that years ago too. I think I even tried the coffee. chicory instead of licorice. For those of you that think that I have Alzheimer's, you're like, oh, finally. Is the keyword that we were waiting for. It relieves anxiety for some people. Chicory is a website I shared with the other day.
Get there with care. Don't chase the bus.
What?
Yeah,
Oh, and then for lunch, or was it dinner? Was it dinner or lunch? I can't remember. There was a cookie in my tray, so I got another coffee in the midst of my lunch or dinner. And drank more coffee for dessert. So now that turned the dining area into a dining area. Full service, but also there's a bake option for some, for if they're seeking funding or planning to travel. That's what they do. Like everyone essentially at one point gets a stamp. Thank you. Forget what it says. Nice dudes. Look at the flash. Okay. What else? What else? What else? What else? But did my heart stop yesterday? No. That's insane. If my kids don't give me a heart attack, I've heard in this standing. Is what made me feel like my heart was gonna stop. Like, I remember my kids. I remember my kids. I talked to both of them, one through text a few days ago. The other one answered the phone. What else? Now this whole 6 to 7, had I followed the court instructions, yes, they would be talking to me possibly every other day, but that wouldn't have felt organic to me. I may have fucked up my relationship with Jenny Kalani now, them having been so spaced out and not talking to me every day. By saying I'm the mom, I'm just gonna talk to Jenny Kalani when they feel like talking to me. But once I'm financially stable, I provide for Jenny Kalani. I wonder if Jenny Kalani will talk regularly to me. What happened to crypto? Oh, record silly. What else? Record traveling for Thanksgiving, I read. Porque mi possession venues, and not everyone needs to. There's no. What the fuck? What do I want there? Should I visit the Allen Market? Actually, it looks like far away nowadays. There's nothing good for me to see there right now. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? I wonder everything they want. I didn't. Is it gonna change what the little offer green cheese with the bagel? I'm not finding it. Pero hindi ko it's different too. These are so pretty. So I'm doing the, what is it? Down memory lane when I was cooking soup for myself last year. Apparently, I took a year from testifying. And then Melissa Egoist for a year. Cooked for myself, slept, took naps. And now I'm back at it. Worm around the kitchen. Some toxic. This is so somebody may like that part. Doesn't it make it enticing? Sometimes like that's rich to me. I see that like a highlighters, like hey, don't forget about these. Oh, that sometimes lowering the price. It's a way of highlighting product for people. So that was Satan's and Kaylani standing above the bodies. Like, Morgan one showed up when he was little and Kaylani was 10. So is that being the husband part? Like, girl, I'm ready to move in without talking to me. What else? And I may have thought, like, if that's my arranged marriage here, the place, I'm not ready. Maybe I'll be ready when the kids are 16 and 20-ish. How old would that be? Did I calculate his age in my mind back then in front of people? And there may have been witnesses that made that happen. I'm awake now, I'm awake. I remember my younger years.
Oh, hold on. Open it if you want to just grab a jacket. Yeah.
What? When I was in a hospital. No, sorry. I'm so glad I city workshop. They be like, not that maybe a standing they even gets free by my siblings. So that my children don't get it. I've heard some people think of it as porn. And they have a separate idea. So I'm so grateful God that is needed. I don't know that may have been my marriage and just someone that's standing for me dating Ilani with my family or children sometimes with the leech. But they just that's a cute outfit. What else? Oh, those are cute. So do I want this to have? So why would I want to see material of my siblings being with a guy that's not there to do the job with me? Forget I only date. I don't rate. So I'm not his customer. He was just standing the whole time. So that my siblings don't rape me and don't rape you and don't rape me. And I couldn't kill them. Things like this isn't me. And my primas are behind all of this truck business funding. Anyways, I'll be back later. My phone is charged at 40%. I'm gonna be on Tinder. I'm gonna be on Mama.